Guys, I stayed alive because I have a story to tell and I'm not gonna give up. I will never give up. And I'm trying to find ways to go after any arakelian. If not her, her sisters. I know where they live. They're gonna pay for it. They did horrible things to me and to my children and to my family members and to other innocent people all over in United States. So many innocent people, they are hurting so many people just to hurt me. They are hurting. This Amy Arakelian, she's a perp. If you see her face, her eyes, you're gonna tell that she's a psychopath. Ani Arakelian is a psychopath and she's a perp. All her certification is a prostitution and bribery and child trafficking. Every time she receives one certification, that time one of the powerful one is raping a child. She brings clients, she brings children to these powerful criminals who rape children, and they give her certification as if she's graduating from some kind of a Christian leadership, some kind of a doctor or some kind of a therapist, or it's all like a Christian doctor or a Christian therapist. It's all a fraud. I know them. She was molesting me, trafficking me, molesting my children, trafficking my children. This Amy Arakelian, she is a wolf, a psychopath, a very dangerous, sick criminal. She's a psychopath. You can tell if you see her face, you look at her eyes are going to show you that she's a psychopath. She trafficked me in Armenia, in Dubai, and in United States, in Canada too. Many years I was trafficked in USA. She would traffic me to Muslims in United States and play church. These church people, they know what she did because they are part of it. The church people in this Lebanese, Syrian, so-called Armenian church, they rape children and women. And I'm a survivor. My daughter is still, they keep her over there legally and they traffic her legally. They do horrible things to her. Amy Arakelian works with, there is an FBI agent. She brings children to this powerful who rape children. This is why they give her all this fraud certification. It's all a fraud, deception, coercion. It's all a fraud. There are attorneys, lawyers, judges, doctors, child protective agencies, court representatives, FBI agent, cops, homeland security, church representatives, all these powerful perps who work together in raping children, trafficking children internationally, and Ani Arakelian is one of them. Why am I mentioning all the time Ani Arakelian and Harut Orian? Because these are the immediate people who trafficked me. Harut Orian did marriage fraud certification. He changed my age so he can rape me, and I was a child. He's a pedophile. He came to Armenia. He raped so many Armenian babies, children. He raped my cousins. He raped my children. He trafficked my daughter. He was tormenting and torturing her. Until today, they are keeping her as a hostage and they are keeping her legally. And the FBI agents, and they don't do investigation. When I said, I asked people, they said, forget about FBI agents doing investigation, especially when there are cops involved in New Jersey. These cops, they don't want to help me because the cops who are raping other children are involved in this. Every time if I try to ask them to help me, they don't, because the powerful one, when they go get, for example, if they want to arrest Harut, the other authorities come, the powerful one, they say, don't arrest him. It's not real, it's a lie, she's lying, she wasn't trafficked, she wasn't raped. But if you see Harut and you see my age difference is a proof that I was being raped by this pedophile. They changed the age, but even changing my age, he's still 28 years older than me. By today's documentation, today's my passport, I am born 1980, it's showing on my passport, but it's not that. He's more than 28 years older than me, but they created all this fraud certification as if he's only 28 years older than me. It's not. He is a lot older than that. Add another 6-7 years to that. Yes, he raped me. He trafficked me in Armenia. I was a child, I was a baby. He came, he raped me, he trafficked me, he brought me to he trafficked me to Muslims. Harut is a radical Islamist. They are pretending as they are church members. His niece, she's a prostitute, and all her clients are Muslims. I don't have friends. Guys, I have a lot of enemies. I stand for what's right. Even I'm standing all alone. I don't want anybody to support me. I don't want anybody to help me. I'm doing this all alone, all by myself. And if any time I try to involve authorities over there in New Jersey, they have their own gangs already. Child protective agencies working with Harut and any arakelian in trafficking children. Child protective agencies aid bribery to traffic Natalie and never help Natalie. They never helped me in New Jersey. They never helped Natalie. They never help anybody. They give Natalie medications. Harut changes these medications. They give her a lot of medication to put her on sleep, to rape her, to make videos, sell it overseas in the Middle East, in Lebanon, in Syria. They sell these videos over there. Amy's family are spread. Her sisters are all prostitutes. Her mother is a prostitute. Her grandmother was a prostitute. Harold was being like, his mom was trafficking him in Lebanon and Syria. She would dress him like a girl. She showed me a picture dressing him as a girl and traffic him, Lebanon sex trafficking him. So he learned that behavior from his mom, and he's a psychopath in his genetics. They are all psychopaths. These family gangs are psychopaths. They traffic children and women. They are not Christians. They come from the Middle East. They pretend as if they are Christians, but they persecute real Christians in Middle East. They also persecute innocent Muslims. There are a lot of innocent people they persecute. They follow some kind of radical Islam. Like, I call it Chrislam. They pretend, this is in America. She's playing as if she's Christian, but she's a horrible psychopath. There should be a death penalty for this psychopath. She has killed so many Christian orphans internationally. They have children in India, in Pakistan, Myanmar, Africa, Armenia, Ukraine, all over. Places where there is war, all these vulnerable, gullible children who have disabilities. They do horrible things. This is why Harut Orayan opened a candy shop next to the school. And guess what? Authorities know that. Authorities work with him, for him. He brings children for them, and they take these children, they rape them. They took me to Long Island Beach. There was a judge who raped me and other girls. There was cops, judges, attorneys, powerful people who work with them. Harut Orayan is the lower level. Ani Arakelian is the lower level. They just work for them so they can catch children. Ani's sister in Lebanon, they open a shop for babies, selling children. They all work, it's all about children. They all work in the business associated with children. In the church, Ani Arakelian traffics children. She's using the church, and she's a radical terrorist. She's a terrorist. She's not a Christian. She's a prostitute. In that church, they have sexual affair. They hate me. They want to kill me. This is why I have nobody to help me. Nobody wants to help me because I'm exposing these cops, attorneys, Homeland Security. They are all most of them are from the Middle East, okay? This is how they come to America illegally. And they come to America. They do horrible things in here. And they represent themselves as if they are Christians. Ani Arakelian is a Muslim terrorist. She's a radical Muslim, radical Islamist. She's a radical Muslim. She's a terrorist. She's a trafficker. She molested me. She molested my children. She trafficked me, trafficked my children. They poisoned us many times. They tried to kill us many times. They tried to kill me in Armenia multiple times. They tried to kill me in New Jersey, poisoning my food. I was raped. She would traffic me to Muslims and all these perps. If you see them, they work there. They also have Islamic people working in U.S. Army, military, and they rape children and women in America. They have their own people in here. These are the powerful. I'm telling, these are mafia gangs. They are playing church. They are persecuting real Christians, and they are raping and trafficking children. Again, FBI agent works with them. Why they don't want to help me? Because the powerful, they are the ones who raped me. Of course, in New Jersey, even if I call cops from here, even if from here, of course, FBI, they don't do any investigations. They don't care. They have their own gangs. FBI investigation, I'm asking professionals, they tell me forget about FBI doing investigation. It's very slow. They don't even do it. They say forget about it. Many years I try to involve authorities, but guess what? Because the rapists and the traffickers are the authorities. They don't do investigation. Even if the FBI connects people over there in New Jersey, they have their police, their gangs, their mafia, Homeland Security. They're gonna say, No, this didn't happen because they are part of it. They have big gangs, mafia, the powerful ones. They have doctors who rape, traffic. I know two doctors, Middle Eastern, two doctors who are part of it, raping and trafficking children, working with Harut Orayan, Amy Arakelian. I know cops, I know Homeland Security, I know judges, court representatives. I know two attorneys, drug addict, drug dealer attorneys who work for Amy Arakelian, with Amy Arakelian, trafficking children and women. Horrible things that I survived in New Jersey. They tried to kill me many times, poisoning me, injecting me with unknown chemicals, with poison, unknown medications, me and Natalie. There are court representatives, Laura Cursor. There is this Crystal Perez, Amy Arakelian, Harut Orayan. Amy Arakelian represents the church. She sleeps with criminals, pedophiles, and pimps so they can give her fraud certification. In the church, they used to have sexual affair. One night they go with Nune Sukiasan, next night with Amy Arakelian. It's prostitutes in this church, prostitutes and pedophiles and child traffickers, murderers and criminals. They go to Armenia, they traffic children with Avo Goldian, Nune Sukiasan. Nune Sukiasan is married to a pastor with one eye pastor, and she's a prostitute who was participating in trafficking children, and now she's married to a pastor, and they all work together. This is gang from Middle East. Most of them are from Middle East, from Lebanon, Syria, Iraq, and Turkey. They rape and traffic children. They work together. If you see Harut and his gangs, his friends and family members, they all look like perps. You can tell that they are sick psychopaths. You can tell they are pedophiles. You can tell they kill children. You can tell they are traffickers. They traffic children. They kill children. This is why I have nobody to help me, because these criminals are all against me. Even if I look for help, they have their connections, they gangs, they contact the authorities, they say, don't help her, she's lying. And guess who is contacting the authorities in California? The authorities from New Jersey who raped me and who raped my children, these Middle Eastern gangs. I am alive to share my story. My story is not like anybody else's story. This is real stuff. This is not just a rape or some kind of a human trafficking. This is a child trafficking, and I survived this.